Hello, it's been a while. Today I am going to, as the title suggests, I'm going to Bristol. I had holiday to take until the end of this year, and I was like, what am I gonna say? I was like, I'm not staying at home because that's not relaxing to me, that's boring. And then I kept getting like ads for this exhibition called Wake the Tiger in Bristol, and I was like, I've never been to Bristol before. I've been to Bath, but I never ventured to Bristol. Everyone says how much of a nice city it is, and it's like a 2.5 hour train ride from here. And then I had an epiphany, right? I'm a pretty extroverted person, so whenever I do stuff, it's always with people. I feel like an experience is best when it's shared. I like to, you know, find cool things and take my friends along, but I was like, I've never actually done something by myself. I did Tokyo Disney Sea by myself, which was a bizarre experience. I feel like I just kind of wanted to just test myself, like how would I feel? How would I feel if I did this by myself? This probably sounds weird to most people, like, all right, chill out, you're just walking around a city by yourself, it's nothing. I think it's just, it never occurred to me because it's not something I would ever consider doing, because I'm like, well, I want to go alone, my company is boring. But you know, extroverted problems, innit? That's why I wanted to film today, so that I don't look like a total weirdo, you know, chatting to myself, because I like to think aloud. I'm gonna quickly finish my hair and then I'll show you the rest of my outfit.
Sorry for the weird angle, but I wore this adorable lingerie set from Bow Avenue over the top of my absence of colour shirt dress. I headed off at 9 AM into London Paddington, where I'd be heading towards Bristol until the train suddenly stopped halfway because of a swan. Sadly, I couldn't see the swan from my window, but they had to get like a whole team to escort the swan off the tracks. The train stopped at Bath, which is the last stop before Bristol. So if you love Roman architecture and a bit of history, I'll recommend visiting.
I made it! I'm here in Bristol. There's literally absolutely no plan today except for the exhibition, which isn't until 3 o'clock. And I do want ramen. That's all I got planned.
So I wandered around taking in views of the old churches and some really cool graffiti before I headed over to the Christmas steps, which apparently looks a bit like Diagon Alley. And here's the beginning of the Christmas steps with this Tudor style bakery. Oh my god, just look at all those cakes. I wish I was more hungry to grab something, but while I was here I got chatting to a girl who was from China and just wanted to talk about fashion with me. She was just really sweet and it was really nice to have a conversation on my solo day out. So I started to realise everything was closed. Anyways, the top of the steps had the mayor of Bristol's house, which was bougie AF.
Okay, so I just went down Christmas steps, but literally none of it was open, so I was like, ow. Yeah, apparently there's a T4 here, which is good since it's my favourite. Oh, there's a cute little alleyway down here. Oh shit, oh my god, why am I wearing fucking platforms? I do this every time. When I die, please write on my tombstone, never wore sensible shoes. I mean, like, the steps, they look really cute. It's very Harry Potter, but nothing's open, so, except for like a barber's. And I don't really fancy shaving my hair right now. It seems really dead. Everything's closed, there's barely any people around. And I'm like, it's Friday, 1 o'clock. Where is everyone? My weeb senses are tingling, whatever that is. We're gonna go have a look. Oh, it's a market, okay.
Now let's take a mooch around Bristol's indoor market. So my weeb senses were tingling and I wanted to check out Japonica. I bought myself a new My Melody lunch bag and a Kurumi pass case for my train tickets. Sadly, I did not buy the cat backpack. It was like 35 quid and I'm trying to save money, so I was like, don't think I need it, but I do need it in the future at some point.
I think I need it. Okay, so there was a man that was just following me. Every time I turned a corner, he turned the same one, and there's like all different ways that you can turn. And I was like, maybe he's not following me. I just stopped for like a second because I was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm looking at jewellery. I left enough space. He walks past me and his hand like brushed my arse, and I was like, that's either coincidence or he was doing that on purpose. Kind of wish I was recording so I could get his face on camera, but was it on purpose or not? I don't know. And like, why was it right on my ass? Looks like the joys of being a girl.
So after that gross encounter, I managed to lose that person. That's why I just started aimlessly wandering around, make sure that they weren't following me. And then I headed to Bristol's food market.
Okay, I'm not actually that hungry, but there's so much good food here. I feel like, because I'm here, I kind of have to, you know. Ooh, bit of halloumi, lovely.
So in true Melissa fashion, I ended up in a Japanese restaurant after all those choices that were there. I think it's just I wanted to sit down in an actual restaurant, and also I wanted something small, not like a full meal. So I had a salmon and avocado temaki and agadashi tofu, and it was good. It was good.
Hello, mate. Oh, look, a sexy church. Love an LGBTQIA plus flag zebra crossing.
So there were loads of vintage shops around, so everyone I came across, I just had a little mooch, and I just love looking at ugly Christmas jumpers. I'm not really in the Christmassy mood this year, but those jumpers did make me feel like excited for the festive season. And these prices are so good. Do I need new socks? But it's so cute. Pastel Christmas jumper. Do I get it?
I got it. And it was like 16 quid. If that was London, it would have been about probably 40 plus or 30 plus maybe.
From here, I made my way to the Wake the Tiger exhibition.
Okay, so I accidentally missed the bus because I was on the wrong side of the road. So I just got an Uber here. I kind of figured it would be in the middle of nowhere because it's kind of like in some rando building, but just finishing my bubble tea.
So here is the Wake the Tiger exhibition, and there's actually a story to it where humanity is facing an inferno outside and corporations are exploiting this apocalypse, creating a Black Mirror-esque fantasy where everyone's locked inside, no one can leave their rooms, and they have to live in this rubbish apartment that costs millions of pounds. And they've destroyed all of nature except for one remaining tree, which is actually a secret portal into other dimensions. So you go through this tree and you find yourself playing the part of the Meridian people, building a new life elsewhere because Earth is basically fucked.
This is giving me very arcane kind of vibes. It's very cool. Oh my god, so there's a slide. How short this is. Right, so apparently you have to solve something. They've just solved how to get the fire truck started. I got a bit bored though. I was like, CBA. To be honest, I was just interested in the slide. I really want to go down it again, but let's go to the sorting office.
As you go through, you engage in all your senses, interact and immerse yourself in each area that you visit, and each one is completely different from the next. See and touch everything that you can, except for people, but touch all of the props and just see what happens. There's probably loads of things that I missed myself. Or if you don't really want to engage in the story, you can literally just walk through and just enjoy each concept for what it is. Stranger Things who? Demogorgon where?
This feels really peaceful, I'm not gonna lie. So because I went through that secret door, I feel like I missed some of it, and I don't like missing things. Like, I want to explore all of it, so I'm just kind of going backwards and everyone else is going the other way. Okay. Another secret door. Let's see where it leads. No? Oh, it's locked. Maybe it only opens the other way. Oh no. Press to exit. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, look what I found. I'm so lost. What the hell? Maybe I should just go back the way I came. I don't even know how to get back there though.
Climb through wardrobes, fireplaces, bookcases, lift up props, read secret messages, or just walk around and observe. It's completely up to you.
Okay, so my prediction is I'm gonna get the air element. Every time I do these kinds of tests, I always get air, and my star sign is air, so we'll see.
So as you come to the end of the exhibition, it basically sorts you into a guild, and then you get like a password. You kind of receive a metaphorical blessing.
I knew it.
So at the end of the exhibition, there is a shop. So there was artwork for each element: air, fire, water and earth. And there were some other concept arts for some of the rooms that I'd been in. So I bought some of those as well.
The time is now 5 o'clock. My ticket was for 4:45. So yeah, that's like an hour and 15 minutes around the whole thing. Honestly, it was well worth the trip down here. It was insane, like the level of detail. Obviously, I didn't film the entire thing because it was just like room after room. And I kind of wanted to actually, you know, interact with everything and explore. Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting down, having a rest in the little cafe. I bought some art prints. Every I don't know if I want to walk down here. Every single concept of every room was so well thought out. Apparently it took them 4 months to build it. I'm heading back to the city centre and I'm gonna get my ramen. I was like, should I take an Uber back? But it's a half-hour walk. I was like, that's not too bad. But where I am is kind of a lot of like industrial buildings and shit, so I think if it gets a bit too creepy or a bit too deserted, I'm gonna book an Uber from wherever. Okay, this is creepy.
I finally got my spicy ramen. Hell yeah! It was really good. It was the right amount of spice and it proper warmed my belly. And then I soon fell into a food coma. And then it was time to head back home. My train was at 8 o'clock back to London Paddington. Here are my buys for today. I got a little pass case, the artwork, got a new lunch bag, and my Christmas jumper.
I'm knackered. I've been up since 7 AM and I've got a full weekend too. I had a really good time. Spending time alone was kind of weird for me. Although because I was filming, I was constantly thinking about filming. I didn't really feel like completely alone. The only time I did was when I was eating food, when I had my ramen, because I had no internet like signal or anything. I just had to sit and stare out of a window, wake the tiger. It was epic. I've not been to another exhibition like that. The only thing that was like remotely close was probably the Mori art exhibition in Tokyo. But I'm gonna say the Wake the Tiger one was better, because there was just like a whole like plot. It genuinely felt like you were in another dimension. Yes. I hope you enjoyed coming to Bristol with me. I shall see you. I can't promise when, to be honest. I'll see you when I feel like doing a video again. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you later. Bye.